Ngatawa, Sheree Johnson, proud Gomeroi and Wailwan person living on Awabakal country. As an educator and community facilitator, I am still asking myself daily, how do I authentically acknowledge country, adhering to the customs of the space that has held our community for countless generations? How do I know country, respectfully hear country and the poetries that it sings to me as I walk through? Meeting with the team, we had this discussion. How do we connect our international guests with our many different Aboriginal communities coming together in a way that is honourable to our ways of knowing, being and doing, that is necessary for our cultural practices, to appreciate and celebrate while adhering to cultural protocol? How do we walk in partnership, creating opportunities for our community to be value added and the very essence of Aboriginal people and community? Together, one element we decided on was to make and gift each one of you a piece of country in the form of a bracelet. You've been gifted something made by some East Coast mob. In our deadly little urban art centre, this thing has been made with pride. This knowledge is treasured. This is our cultural revitalisation. These have been created with natural fibres, dyed with pigments that we've extracted from our medicine plants. This partnership is enabling our community, women and children, to be culturally strong in the modern world. And I'd like to share the process in the impact for you. Firstly, we learn to walk country. We learn to see where the flowers bloom. We recognise the smell and the changing seasons that gives us permission to harvest. We are led by our songbirds that show us through the special places. Then we collect fibres to weave and pigments to colour. These medicine flowers and plants that you see are the very same that we've collected and boiled up to release the pigments. You see, country gives us colour. These pigments are soaked into the very fibres that we've used to weave your bracelets. Then we make, we sit, we talk, we exchange, we create. Traditionally, these practices are passed on from family, but today our whole community is our extended family, and in this case, sisters are teaching sisters. A few years ago, alongside Speaking Colour, we created an Aboriginal women's weaving group. Since then, we've been able to establish 13 micro businesses, and it's these women that have made these bracelets. I wanted to share with you some of these stories. One of the women in her late 40s has brought her first home, and the money she makes from making these bracelets and other items is actually buying her curtains for her new home. A large corporate last year put in an order and had my 14-year-old nephew weaving. This was his first job, and he was able to make $300 buying his first decent guitar. There are many mob coming together, sharing stories, talking about our beautiful culture. This video was taken at our annual women's retreat, where we spent hours together collecting pigments and reeds, eco-dyeing, teaching new ladies and our children how to weave. Sometimes we would just drink tea. The impact is huge and there are so many stories. On your bracelet there is a swing tag, and on the back of the swing tag is the artist's name and the Aboriginal language group that they come from. But if you scan the QR code, you get to see that artist tell you who they are and about why they weave and why weaving is really important. I encourage you to trade these with other people. It might help you get to know people. Find the right size. Maybe there's a different design that you're more interested in than the one that you've got. This is our way of doing business. We trade. A piece of me, a piece to you. This is our way of connecting, building relationships, and we encourage you to do the same. These are our gift to you. But however, this order is your gift to us.